thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Yes, it is a silent day. No, it's not. It's the Brian Snow Show on this Wednesday, and I promised Cole an answer, and I didn't get him an answer for a very good reason. I took a nap. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go around the horn, and then I'm going to take a break. And then I'll make an announcement here. Let's go around the horn. Scoreboard update brought to you by BetUS.com. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Astros lead the Cleveland Indians by a count of 3-2 as they go for a series win. Now, let's get down to business. Alyssa Thomas is red hot for the Connecticut Sun as she lifted the Connecticut Sun to a 79-69 win over the Minnesota Lynx on Tuesday by way of a historic 21-point, 20-rebound, and 12-assist performance, becoming the first WNBA player to record a 20-20-10 triple-double. The 4-time All-Star added 3 steals and 1 block on the night at Mohegan Sun Arena, all while giving up no turnovers. It marks Thomas's 9th triple-double in her career and her 5th of the season, more than any player this year. And she's close to averaging a triple-double on the season with 14 points, 9.8 on the rebounds, and 8.1 on the assists. Alyssa Thomas is absolutely on fire. That's not the only history Thomas made. She recorded 17 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists in the Suns' 87-83 loss to the Lynx on Sunday. Is the first player in WNBA history to record a triple-double in back-to-back games multiple times in a season. Man, Alyssa Thomas is someone to watch in the WNBA, and I have a WNBA call, and I'll talk to y'all more about that in a moment. Alvin Kamara is set for his meeting with Roger Goodell in New York today regarding his potential suspension for his involvement in a fight outside of a Las Vegas nightclub last year. Coach Dennis Allen confirmed Wednesday that Kamara was in New York for the meeting. He expects Kamara to return to the team on Friday as the Saints have a scheduled off day on Thursday. Whew. He said, quote, "I think it shows initiative on Alvin's part to want to get ahead of this and get his side of the story out in terms of visiting with the commissioner, so we will see where it goes." Allen also said, quote, "We'll let the process play out and then we'll react to whatever decision is made," close quote. Kamara reached a plea agreement at the top of July and is no longer facing a felony charge for his role in the fight, which occurred on the eve of the Pro Bowl in February 2022. He and 3 men, including Indianapolis coach cornerback Chris Lamons, were initially facing a felony charge of battery with substantial bodily harm and a misdemeanor charge of conspiracy to commit battery. Kamara's plea agreement reduced the charge to a misdemeanor of breach of peace. He was ordered to do 30 hours of community service. Well, that's behind him, and let's see if he can continue to keep that behind him and play some football. Rams All-Star wide receiver Cooper Kupp underwent an MRI on his injured hamstring after leaving practice early Tuesday night. The source said the Rams will be cautious with Kupp's injury, but that he could be back for scrimmages in a few weeks. The MVP of Super Bowl 56 walked off the field with the training staff about 30 minutes into a 2-hour workout at UC Irvine. Matthew Stafford and other players didn't see exactly what happened, but Coach Sean McVay said he was told Kupp came up a little bit in a red zone route. McVay said, quote, obviously we're much better when he's here and we hope he's going to be okay. If he's not, we'll see what happens, but practice had to go on. Well, here's hoping that Cooper Kupp heals from his injury. That Rams offense sure could use him. That's your Around the Horn for this Wednesday. A quick break, and when y'all get back, a historic day in the city of Houston. A son comes home, and then history happens. We're back with more on the Brian Snow Show after this. The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
We continue on this edition of the Brian Snow Show. Thank you all for joining us. And a bit of a historic day yesterday in Houston because Framber Valdez fired the season's third no-hitter, and this is backing up. This is backing up Justin Verlander being re-signed by Houston. And I just received some very devastating news. Now there's a fellow who I was friends with. Y'all remember Alvin Washington Jr., who was a Chicagoan. And I'm sitting here in shock reading a message from his mother that reads as follows. We have planned the end of life process to begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. in ICU room 8138. I gotta take a break, y'all. I gotta regather myself. I'll be right back. The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Thursday nights are wrestling night on CSTV. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific to see all the amazing Next Level Pro Wrestling stars on Thursday Night Throwdown on CSTVNow.com and the CSTV app on your Roku device.
PK Tire Pro is your one-stop on-the-spot auto service headquarters for a complete line of quality tires and auto services. For years, we have provided the Stockton, California area with the latest.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you talk, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
I am not in the best of shape right now because I took an extended break because I just received some news that has rocked me. I don't like losing friends over anything. And losing friends over a situation that should have been handled better by both of us is one of the main things. But I'm about to lose one of my best friends of some 20 years plus, as he is at Christ Hospital in Chicago for the final time. Because as I've just learned over the past 14 years, he's battled congestive heart failure, and now there is nothing more they can do. Man, our friendship may have ended on bad terms, but I never, ever, ever wished this on him. I know he battled to the best of his ability. And the message that I read during the first break, we have planned the end of life process to begin tomorrow at 10 a.m. in ICU room 8138 on Thursday for Alvin Washington Jr. Your prayers are solicited around that time. Advocate Christ Hospital. You know, it's tough losing someone very dear to you. I asked him a very true question, and I was emotional as hell when I saw him just now on a video call. Why was he in that bed and not me? And I know I was emotional as hell when I asked that question, and I know I'm here for a purpose. I get that. I get that. I don't wish this upon anyone. He had as much weight problems as I have. I mean, hell, I fought congestive heart failure in 2003 and I won. And many times he fought congestive heart failure and won. And won. He fought congestive heart failure for the better part of 15 years. And most times he won. He started what was then the Interscholastic Sports Network in 1996 with me in Chicago. We covered the Chicago Public League together. We covered the Chicago Catholic League together. We covered suburban schools. We did all that in Chicago. And then I branched out. I went to Ohio. I went to Minnesota. I went back to Ohio. I was in Indiana. For a year, he did the show that preceded Snowman in the Morning, the afternoon locker room. He took that for a year because I wanted to concentrate on doing the morning show. He took it on and didn't blink. He took it all on and didn't blink. And because of a messed up situation that a female started between us, I lost one of my best friends of 20 years. And I'm not afraid to say that out loud. It's a situation that should have been handled better by both of us. But emotions were involved. People were involved. Distance was involved. Lots of distance. And he recently, bless his heart, just reached back out to me with some funny stuff that we shared. A near 30-year friendship. And I still thought of him as a friend. Because in broadcasting, we grew up together. In terms of broadcasting, we grew up together. And now I'm about to lose him tomorrow. I know it's way, way, way too late. It's way, way, way too late. No, screw that. It's never, never too late. Even on someone's deathbed to say, I'm sorry. You understand me? It's never, ever, ever too late to say, I'm sorry. To ask for forgiveness. And I'm doing this live on the air, and I've connected with his mom right now. And I want to say to Alvin and to his family, forgive me for what happened in 2015. Because of a situation that was not handled correctly, I reacted wrong. And I feel that now with him about to go. We grew up and broadcasted together, man. Alvin, I am sorry for so many situations that should have been handled better between us. And now the best thing I can do is not only say to you, Alvin, that I love you, and to say to you that your fight is over. Now I have another thing to add to the purposes for my stadium tour. For those who have battled and battled and battled congestive heart failure. The friendship may not have ended the way I wanted. That is so much to be true. That is so much true. But at the same time, so much can be learned from this. If you at any point in time have battled or is battling congestive heart failure, let me know. Now, after talking with Cole earlier in the day, I'm glad I'm going to change my afternoon show the way I'm going to, and that's to talk with people from all walks of life. That's the best thing you can do. Celebrate your friends, your colleagues, any and everyone while they are here. Don't wait until it's too late and you can't give them their flowers. Man, I wish like hell I could drive to Chicago right now and say goodbye in person. I'm alerting a lot of people. I'm alerting a lot of people. So now everything I do from here on out will not only celebrate my dad and those who helped me in broadcasting, but it's going to celebrate Alvin. And I wish nothing but peace for him. I mean that from the heart. Goodbye, my friend. You were awesome to work with. You were an awesome friend. And I love you. And I hope you are at peace, my friend. I'll have more in a moment. The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
Where did the time go?
done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, but every chance we get. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk, they hear you. You can do it if you try.
He was only 58 years old when he passed away. That outcome could have been different.
Colorado happens to be one of the worst states for radon levels.
It's in our ground, and it seeps up.
The more you breathe radon, the more chance you have of DNA being hit and the cell mutated. The EPA estimates 22,000 lung cancer deaths a year caused by radon.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
The thing is, until you can erase 3 Februaries, shut up. Bang! Quality over quantity. LeBron has beaten some of the best competition in NBA history. He's the GOAT emoji. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not swear. I will not swear.
Where sports is the base, life and fun are the results. This is the Brian Snow Show.
I swear the last couple of shows, last couple of weeks, life has been trying to throw me a series of curveballs, and I thank the Lord I've had the people behind me to be ready for him. I just talked to a very dear friend of mine, Joshua Jackson, at Edward Waters College in Jacksonville, Florida, and at one time he was the voice of the Florida A&M Rattlers, and I told him what happened, and he said this was a tough one to swallow. I called his mom, Alvin Washington's mom, and I said, I apologize on the air, and he said he accepts. See, a real man knows when to fold, when to hold him, when to fold him. Thank you, Kenny Rogers. And this last year, I'm reading the words from his mom, was his worst struggle. His dad and he, over the years, would be hospitalized around the same time. And his dad, Alvin Sr., died on May 28th of this year. Alvin Sr., I'm so glad I had the pleasure to meet you, to know you, to call you dad in times when I've needed you. I drink to you, and I drink to Alvin Jr., who kept me on my toes. He would have wanted me to continue on. That's what Joshua just told me. And continue on I shall. So this call of the day goes out to Alvin, goes out to Alvin Sr., the late Alvin Washington Sr., to Alvin's mom, Harlette. And Vendog, this is for you from last night in Houston.
Here's the 0-2 to Gallagher. Broken bat, soft liner. Pena catches it, and a no-hitter. Framber Valdez. First one to greet him is Maldonado, and the rest of his teammates pile on. Framber Valdez throws the 16th no-hitter in Houston Astros history.
When the day that the Astros got their ace back, their other ace emerges. Framber all smiles. Dusty Baker gives him a big hug. And it seemed easy, Robert. It seemed easy the whole way.
Sometimes, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, right? But sometimes you can tell from the first inning someone has dynamite stuff and has a chance to do something great, and we saw that early from Framber tonight.
33,703. Nobody left. Why would they? I think they saw it early on, too. Framber was really special.
93 pitches to complete the no-hitter for Framber Valdez.
KBME in Houston provided the call. Robert Ford and Steve Sanders, the voices. Steve Sparks, I beg your pardon. Steve Sparks and Robert Ford, the voices for our call of the day presented by Cricket Wireless. In a 2-0 Astros win over the Cleveland Indians. And yes, I know I still say Indians. I'm just old school like that. Let me share some memories. I tell you what, man, if there's one thing I'm sending out messages to folks about Alvin. You know, one of the things that I loved doing with him was covering basketball, because he would always come up with names for the different basketball gyms around Chicago. I mean, we did our first public league championship together in 1998. And now I know I got a reason to reach out to Eric Collins, because Eric was with us. Eric did the television call. I did the radio call, and Alvin Washington was the PA voice at UIC Pavilion. First time we shared the mic together was at Chicago State University. And oh, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. And while I'm talking to you guys and reminiscing, I'm just sitting here alerting people of what happened and what's going on. I can say that I've made amends with two very important people, my dad and Alvin, at the end of their lives. Many times after that, I thought my life would be next, but nope, I'm not next. In fact, I'm here for a reason. Now I really do know and realize why I'm here. Now I do know and realize why I'm still here and why I need to be here. Like I said, he would Alvin would really keep me on my toes about any and everything. He would keep me on my toes by any and everything. And one of the things that, and I just mentioned it a moment ago, I am so far off track and alerting everybody that whose lives that he touched and lives that he touched with me in our broadcasting journey. His journey has now come to an end. I hate saying that, but with his mom telling me, with his mom sending me that message, I know this has gone way far left than what Cole had planned because I had something with Mike Breen on the table. But be that as it may, it's something we had to talk about. It's something we had to do. It's something that I had to voice. To say that his voice was dynamic, that his voice was every other superlative you can think of in terms of him being a broadcaster and a public address voice, that would be a total understatement. It would be a total understatement. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough processing this because he and I met, like I said, in 1996, and we were in each other's lives for the better part of 27 years. The roughest thing to do is to soldier on when you don't want to. That's the roughest thing to do. Is to soldier on when you don't want to. And believe me, I've had moments, many a moment, where I don't want to. Our situation that we ran into in 2015 is now a deep set of water under the bridge. Alvin, my friend, I could never stay mad at you because you are just that, a friend. A friend. You don't stay mad at friends forever. You can't. It would be the worst thing you could ever do to their legacy. And believe me, as a broadcaster, he has a legacy. Because he really kept me on my toes, and more often than not showed me what not to do, and I showed him what not to do. As a broadcaster, and as a man, and as a friend, and as a friend. The roughest thing to do, and I said it a moment ago, is to soldier on when you don't want to. That's the roughest thing to do. But you do anyway. You do for them. You do for you. You do for those who are important to you, and those things that are important to you. Well, now I have another cause to add on to my stadium tour. And that's a celebration of his journey. And when we go to Chicago, September 2nd, Harlette, I hope you and your friends hear me. I want to extend an invite to y'all to Soldier Field. That's the first of many calls that I will do in Alvin's honor. And I know it's something he wanted to do. Man, he and I have shared so many games over the years. I can't pinpoint one that stood out, because so many have. So many did. What I can do, I have a picture. Let me see if I can find it and create something really quick. Now, I am definitely improvising with this. But I hope I can find the picture I'm looking for. To everyone who has dealt, is dealing with congestive heart failure, do not let it beat you. Do not let it beat you. I know where to look. I'm looking for a picture where Alvin and I and a cast of others were at Soldier Field. And I think the year that I'm looking for is 2004. I want to say it was 2004 where we were at Soldier Field. And we were in the booth calling the Prep Bowl. See, and I've lost Greg Rakestraw to bile duct cancer. I'm losing Alvin Washington to congestive heart failure. I lost my dad to prostate cancer. I lost Mark Farina, one of my best friends, to COVID. Now I know I'm here for a reason. Now I know that. I know that I'm here for a reason now. It's to, in a way, soldier on for them. In the strangest of ways. In the strangest of ways. To soldier on for them. I have to now. I have to now. I have to now. Now with everything that's happened. Now with all the people that are gone. Now with all the people that are gone. And Alvin Washington is unfortunately added to the list of folks who are gone. His mom told me He couldn't take more than one medicine he couldn't take more than two medicines, I beg your pardon, to keep his heart going. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. I'm scanning all the pictures that he helped me create here. The times we hung out with Bobby Simmons, a Chicago basketball high school legend from Simeon. Quentin Richardson, the first ever basketball legend that we met together. We met him together. All the times we did the City Suburban Showdown at either UIC or at Welsh Ryan at Northwestern. The term he gave for the Whitney Young Dolphins gym, the Dolphin Dome. I was a PA announcer there for 5 years. The events that we covered, the Big Ten football, Big Ten basketball media day in 2013, all the times we were at Marist together and at Brother Rice together and at De La Salle and at Whitney Young and all the other schools that we covered over 20 years. Chicago State, Loyola, all the times he had voiced intros and outros and everything that he did. It can't be in vain any longer. It just can't. This is the pill that I'm supposed to swallow, one of many, I know, and keep moving. But now, keep moving in their memory. I mean, hell, he was one of the first people I called when I was at the Metrodome. When I was at the Metrodome, he was one of the first people I called. But like I said, there's a picture I'm trying to find, and I hope to find it here in the last few moments that we have together here on the air today, where it was me, it was Alvin, it was Andre Morgan, who's now in Arizona, and a couple of other folks. We were there. It was one of those we were there pictures. It was one of those we were there kind of pictures. It's one of those we were there kind of pictures. We were all there at Soldier Field. And now this one I'm going to do in 4 weeks' time will be for him. This one that I'm going to do in 4 weeks' time will be for him. Exactly a month from today will be the Chicago HBCU Classic football game, their 25th year at Soldier Field, live. And a whole bunch of networks are going to come along for the ride. A whole bunch of networks are going to come along for the ride. And a whole bunch of people are going to come along for the ride also. And for you, Alvin, this one's for you. Now I know why I'm here. Now I'm here, sang Queen. Now I'm here. I'll edit a word. Now we're here. God bless you. I love you, Alvin. I love you, Washington family. To Joshua Jackson, I love you. And all the brothers that have stood by me, by us, through everything that we did. I'll see y'all tomorrow. God bless you.
Thank you for tuning into The Brian Snow Show, where sports is the base, life and fun are the results.